do about them?
Oh, well, you can't replace your tiles. It costs so much money to replace tiles. But what you can do is replace the grout in between the tiles. So the grout that's in between the tiles makes everything waterproof, and you can get rid of it. So as you can see, that it looks grubby, and also it can tire over time. So what you need to use is a tile scraper.
Right.
Costs about £5.
Okay.
Not expensive. Scrape it out, all the old grout in between, get all the muck out of it, and then replace it with some grout. So you can go to your tile shop and you can buy grout. You can buy any different colour. So I work with a lot of interior designers. They have fun with this. It doesn't have to be white again. And what you do is it's ready mixed. It's just like it's a paste. Wipe it all in between all the tiles. Wipe it all in. Then scrape it out with a palette, a rubber palette. Get rid of everything, and then just wipe it all down, and you've instantly give your bathroom a facelift.
So it looks nice, but also it'll stop leaks, which can lead to all kinds of problems.
Absolutely. So also look at your grout, and there might be cracks. Some of it might have come away, and obviously if water gets through that, it gets to the other rooms or goes down below. So it's a good way of keeping everything watertight.
Now, is that the same way? And you know how the water can get around that ceiling stuff you have around the bath? Do you use that same tool again? Is it the same process?
No, it's not the same process. It's very different. Sealant is flexible, so it moves around a little bit. It moves with the bath. So sealant is something that needs replacing every year, every other year. And I've had the mistake before. You can go down. I live in a flat, and below it can damage down below. So you want to make sure the sealant, and you don't have to pay someone to do it because it's a really easy thing to do and a really easy thing to achieve.
Are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you.
Why didn't you bring a whole bath with you? I'm really disappointed.
Well, I didn't want to bring the roll-top bath and the walls. I built you a little angle
almost
thing
as
here.
good.
Almost as good. But it represents. It's got two tiles here, and there's a gap down the middle, and that's where water would get down. So to get rid of any of the old sealant, what you need is a scraper. It's got a blade on the end. What's good about this, it doesn't cut into anything, it scrapes. So you'd use it to get rid of any of the old sealant. And what's quite nice is you can literally, once you've peeled it up, you can normally peel it off in one go. Get rid of all the rubbish, get rid of all the grubbiness that's in there, wipe it all down, make sure it's all dry, and then the top tip you need to do is put masking tape on. So I've put some here to get me going. The second piece, I'm going to put in, and this is the guide. So what it does is I'm creating a channel of about 1 centimetre or just under.
My masking tape is always really grubby. It always feels like it needs a new lease of life.
It always does. I can give you a top tip for that one. So masking tape, if it is looking a bit grubby, literally put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, revitalise it. It gets sticky again.
No way.
Oh, yes.
That's a good hack.
Absolutely. So put some masking tape on. Make sure there's about, like I said, 1 centimetre gap. Do that all the way around. Make sure everything's totally dry. Next top tip, fill your bath. Because when you get in your bath, it's normally full of water, you're in it, so the weight of the bath makes it drop just to its lowest level.
It makes sense. I would never thought of that.
And that's the problem. A lot of people don't do that, and then when they get in it, it all cracks. So make it low as possible, so it's in its lowest ever position if there is any movement in the bath. And then it's all set for you to silicone. So I'm using a silicone here. I'm using a silicone gun or a skeleton gun. Buy these for £5, literally, cheap as chips. So what we need to do is put a bead of silicone all along here.
That's quite satisfying, isn't it?
Oh, it is. And I'm going to totally go off with it. I'm going to miss a bit just to show you.
That's what it looks like when I do it. A bit wobbly.
So you can rectify it, OK? So we've got on the end, press the button on the end. And what we need to do is make that all nice and smooth. Now, we've got our masking tape, which is guiding it. What you need to use is your finger and some water with some washing up liquid in it.
So how much washing up liquid? A lot or a bit?
A bit, just a dash. You don't want too much, but you just want a bit of feel that you've got washing up, the soapy fingers.
It's soapy, yeah.
So once that's on here, then I literally run that wet finger across. And it's going really messy, and I don't mind that. I've got silicone on my finger. The trick is now, get rid of the silicone off your finger. Make sure it's totally free of any mess. Dip it back in again in the washing up liquid. And what this does, it just stops the silicone sticking to your finger.
And again, it's stopping from those leaks as well, and it looks like a nice job.
Yeah, so obviously you wouldn't want that to be just your bathroom. So the trick is now, peel off your masking tape.
That comes off first, quickly.
It has to come off first, because if you left it till everything had set, you'd end up with a jaggedy edge. So you want it while it's still wet. Drop it down there, just discard that. Second one. Oh, it's so satisfying.
Perfect. That's really good.
So it looks good, and what I would do, I'd give it one more attempt to go on it across.
I think a lot of people sometimes think they can't do it like a professional, but with those tips, you can really have a go at it.
It's a fail-safe way of doing it.
Thank you very much, Wayne. Brilliant, as always. Well.